results of cruel suppression of the mind and the accumulation of gross ignorance are the state of miserable condition where the slave and slave-master, captive and captor pray to the same god of white magic, which lead our people to drink and take drugs, and brought them to a low state and feeling about self. Since the slave-master is an enemy of the slave, if the slave prays to the same god of white magic, white miracle as the master, he is praying to the god that enabled the slave-master to enslave the captive, and that god is the enemy of the slave or captive just as the slave-master. The one God doctrine that the slave master indoctrinated the slave with is false and a trick to keep the slave from recognizing any other spiritual power but that of the slave master. You can't have a 1 without its percentage 99% of 1, the whole. However, it also needs 1% of 2 in order to seal it, amount or worth. So you can't have a 1 God without a of and a toward. As the total number 1 must total up to 1 from percentages, and to be 1, it has to have a purpose that is becoming 2. So in fact, you can't have a 1 without a percent and 2. There are many God forces but only one supreme being, a Manubi Rikta or Autumn Re for this new cycle in physical form, a human being who is supreme in knowing, or almighty, all-knowing deity in flesh, and that being is grown by nature itself, who has innumerable powers and parts. The one supreme being. Then there is the source, nature, the all-moving, creating, and working within all. Every person, every place, and everything is in the all, the source, finite and infinite, visible and invisible in the all. The powers and forces of NWPU are liberation for woolly-haired people everywhere. Liberation for NWPians is mental and physical separation from adverse forces, and their form of salvation in death, yet they say you get life eternal. When you die, think life eternal. After you die, you're dead, the end of life. NWPians' forces of nature are keeping adverse forces away from woolly-haired people after they have been liberated.